been a while.
It's been a while. We catch a submission.
Oh, you guys. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And Brian just did his thing. How you feeling?
I feel good. It was a beautiful camp. Peaceful, quiet. I was disciplined the whole time. And it paid off.
Crazy. So we're in there. First round, they're introducing you to the crowd, and you're getting hyped up, and we're right there behind them. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, so, you know, when Bruce Buffer's in there introducing you, you want to get excited and you start jumping up and whatever, right? And dude, I was like trying to find a good balance of being stiff, but relaxed at the same time, where I get like a little, like just like a little jump of adrenaline or something, right? And when I jumped and I landed, I rolled my ankle. And right off the bat, I was like, oh, like I panicked. And then I looked at you, I looked at Paul, I looked at the coaches, and what Paul say?
Paul said, what he said, shake it off.
Shake it off.
Cause yeah, Brian looked at us like, you guys, I just hurt my foot. And I didn't even want to entertain it because I thought he tore his Achilles. I didn't know what it was. He didn't say anything. He just kind of gave us the look. And then he looked at Paul the same way, like he was like looking for an answer, like what we were gonna do about it.
Help me!
And then Paul said, shake it off. You know what I'm saying?
And then you guys walked away.
And then they were like, corner's out, go out of there. We run over to the corner, and Brian's like on a limping leg. It was your right foot?
My right ankle.
He was like on a limping right foot. You could see it and then they walked you guys to the center to like shake hands and touch gloves, the whole thing. And I'm like, dude, he's not walking normal. Even when he's walking to the center, you can see he's babying his ankle. And then boom, the bell rings.
And then I think I got rocked.
A couple of times.
Yeah, I was thinking about my ankle.
So there you go. He was in ankle mindset, got rocked, got dropped, bottom of the guard. You're in survival mode now. You're reaching for his head. You're able to tie him up. You guys go to the ground together. You survived that first round, managing the distance, some stage 3, some stage 1.
Yeah.
Trying to control wrist. He's getting off on some shots. And then somehow he turns his back to you, went for your leg in a weird way.
He did something weird.
It was crazy. And then you kind of almost got his back. You landed mounted at the end of the first round, but we didn't have enough time. I was like, we just needed 30 more seconds. Didn't work out. Second round, how you feeling?
I feel better. Yeah, the adrenaline kicked in. My ankle's fine now.
Second round, you end up getting a clinch, you ended up picking him up over your shoulder. He wraps your neck in that guillotine. You drop him down, you're in his half guard. He had your neck wrapped. I try to wrap your neck all the time. It's not successful. Tell us about that wrap that he had in that second round.
He had good intentions in terms of trying to wrap my neck up and everything.
Right.
But one, we've been doing head and like
arm in guillotines.
Arm in guillotine.
It was no arm in, it was armless guillotine.
And I've been getting caught so much by you, where it's like if the arm is out, you're not catching me unless you really invert the grip.
Right, all the way.
He didn't have that situation. So
and your shoulder was on top of his hands a little.
I chilled. I felt his grip loosen up. I tried to pull out.
Be honest.
I was like,
were you? Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna pull out, and I was like, nah, I'd rather just chill here and catch my breath real quick.
So he stayed in this guillotine from half guard.
Because he's
burning. Yeah, he's going burning. For it.
I feel him like squeezing tight.
And I told Tiki and Paul in the corner, I'm like, you guys, he's resting right now. Yeah. Brian's resting. He's not in danger because his hips weren't trapped. And I just know when it comes to guillotines, if you don't own the hips, unless it's a deep inverted, if you don't own the hips, you don't own the choke. So his hips were free. He was fighting the hands, and he was resting because he's still recovering from that first round.
Yeah, I was like, I'm down. I was like, bro, celebrate. I was like,
chill in this half guard. Popped your head up. Eventually,
I put my shoulder right there
on his hands.
So it didn't go
right. So if I'm here like this, it's hard to finish.
He can finish it if it goes up. But if I put my shoulder in,
now the shoulder is blocking it. He don't love that detail. Yeah. He don't put that shoulder there. Kills the whole hand. So then round 2, you pop your head out. You get in his closed guard. You start attacking. You land some great elbows. You stay in his closed guard.
Yeah. And
you just put pressure head against the cage. What's your mindset there?
At that time now, it's like, all right, this guy burned himself out. He's looking up at me. And now if I just keep the fear alive, his heart rate's going to go through the roof. He's going to get tired. So it's just hit him, but not really to try to knock him out or hurt him. It's more like just poke the bear and get him angry and kind of just make him just get tired.
Yeah, just to always have that response.
If he panics in the bottom, then he's good. And even like near the end, I heard the 10 seconds, the little hammer, so I just put my whole hand on his mouth and nose, just try to cover it up.
You did this one?
Just to add a little bit more.
Yeah, just to get his heart rate up.
A little more anxiety.
And then we go into the corner. Second round is up. You're back. You're okay. You're
Yeah.
shake off that first round, that rough first round. Where's your ankle and mindset at the end of the second round? Or are you okay? Okay, the ankle's gone. He's back to normal. The adrenaline's kicked in. Second win. Third round, you come out, and early in that third round, clinch. You get him against the cage, and then tell us what went down from there in terms of like, because Paul said, double underhooks, the balance to get him off, the body lock.
Yeah, it was
position number 2.
It was just a lot of wrestling that we've been doing to get people taken down. But at the end of the day, it's basically put someone against the wall, hold them there, get them to post a leg out to try to get base. And it's a simple it's basically a leg sweep.
Right.
Leg hook takedown.
Leg hook takedown.
Leg hook
Basics.
takedown, but wrestling is called something else.
Yeah, Paul calls it the scoop.
Yeah, the scoop, leg hook takedown. We just
put him down right to full mount.
Something like that. It was
full mount. Full mount. No, you landed full mount. It was quarter guard. So right here. So come on over here. So you landed in full mount. So it was just like, come on over here, put this leg in the quarter guard. So you're like this. It landed just like this. And then you're hugging the neck, and your knee started to slide over this arm. Bring it over. Over the arm. Right, bring your knee over.
Oh no, I tried.
I know. Bring the knee over. So you landed like this, and this, and you started grabbing this wrist. And right when he landed here, I'm thinking he's gonna go for the mounted triangle.
I thought about it,
but it's crazy. I knew he was thinking it because it's his move. So show him what you would have done if you would have done it from here.
Oh, well, I would have just grabbed, shot, and then finished the triangle.
Right there. Go back, and I'm like, don't do it.
Mount. But I don't know how much time we have, but I knew I had a lot of time.
4 minutes we had.
So I was like,
nah, right back.
Position over submission.
Thank you.
Position
Basics.
over submission. The principle, the foundation.
And we've been working a lot. The mount for this particular fight, we've been working the most. Right? I'm like, we're gonna get mount. We're not gonna get pushed off. So you land in full mount. You get the neck hug. You put your hooks in. Everything is solid. You're low. And then what happens? You're trying to pin this wrist. It's not happening.
The whole goal, like what we did, was pin, make him go. Then we go TAC. Then we take the back, and then we choke.
Right.
And I was trying to get him. I was trying to pin him, and he wasn't letting me. And then I was like, hold up, we're not just grappling, like we're fighting. So I was like, yo, you want to start here? I was like, quick. And then I threw another one. I think I missed, but he put this up. And then from here, I locked in to get the DARS.
Arm triangle.
Or sorry, the arm triangle.
Stepped off.
In the morning. I stepped off, and then a thing that people used to do to me a lot when they were like, was exactly the defense, right? Where you roll over to your side.
No, they kind of open it up.
And they do this.
Which is what you did.
Yes. But how long was I doing that move?
Yeah, it's been about, I would say a good at least 2 years you've been messing with this variation where people are turning away and you're catching it.
Yeah, that's why I go here, right? And instead of trying to like finish it and be stubborn, all you have to do is slide. 1, 2. And then it's almost like a rear naked choke. But you can't do it if you stay sprawling. So what you have to do is when they go to their knees, I bring my knee up to his back and I reposition myself. And then from here I lock and I go in front. And then from here, the squeeze is nasty. Like you just...
Yeah, and to be clear, a normal arm triangle, he's deep with that shoulder in the bicep in the artery in the front. When you kick away and you do this, it's now his forearm in the front of my bottom artery. Right there, he gets that rear naked choke grip. And then he puts that hand on the inside. But now pull out your chest right there. And then Yair tapped right here like... And tell us, you didn't let go right away. The ref had to rip you off of him. Why was that all about? What was going on?
During the weight cut, and it gets loud, I got hit. My eardrums kind of shut off. And one, I thought maybe he was trying to defend or something. I'm not too sure what he was doing. But I just closed my eyes. Because one thing that I've learned is like, when you get a choke now, I don't want to just squeeze for dear life. So what I do is I try to focus. So it's like, I got the choke. I close my eyes. And I just try to count like 10, 9.
There's some slow seconds.
And like it's like meditation. Like I forget.
You just lock in and you're there. So he kind of zoned in, and he didn't really hear that. He for sure didn't feel the tap, and he didn't hear anything about the release. And Yair's tap was rather soft. It was very like just his fingertips. So Brian was in the zone. The tap was soft. The ref saw it, and then he had to shake Brian to kind of get him off at the end of this.
Yeah.
And that was it.
My bad. After that, we talked. I said, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool.
And at the end, the ref tried to raise your hand up, but you didn't let him raise your hand up. What was that about?
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at the end of the day, it's like, I told him, I said, to raise my hand in front of you, I don't have any problems with you, no issues with you. You've been nothing but like a good sport. And it says, just respect, bro. I said, at the end of the day, like, the fans won. They got a show. And, that's it. It's over.
The fight's over.
Peace sign. It's like, mission accomplished. We did what we had to do. That was it. I didn't feel like,
right,
like a public.
No, you did what you had to do. That the outcome was the outcome, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
In the lead up to this fight, so in terms of the earlier in that day, we get on this bus to come here, and the bus was very bumpy. Am I right or no?
Yeah.
Very bumpy, and it was like the bus was a 45-minute drive from the hotel to the arena where this is taking place. And tell them what you're doing over there, because this thing is bumping. You're trying to get some rest on the way to the hotel in the back of the bus, and what happened?
So I had a long day, running back and forth here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there. Finally, I get to the hotel where like I should rest. Got my hair braided, and then by the time she was done, it was like 7:10. Or by the time she left.
Oh my gosh!
I have to be
this
down
takes
there.
Time.
I have to be down there at 7:30. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna get any rest. I packed up my bags, tried to remember what I had to get. My mouthpiece. I was like, mouthpiece is this, that. Okay, 7:30. Went downstairs, and I was tired. So I was on the bus and I was doing this.
Bro, his head was like falling off.
I like to think it was like people say, what's it like? Science says if you take a 20-minute nap,
you're back
to life. So I was like, 45-minute bus ride. I said, I just need 20 minutes. I'm good. Bro. I said, if I get 20 minutes, like I'm straight.
And I'm sitting kind of next to him to the right. He's to the left, and I see Brian's head like this, and he's falling off of his post, like he's falling out. You know how it is. You start to doze, the wedge doesn't stay anymore.
Well, especially the bump is like, you're like, oh great.
Listen. So to everyone's surprise, I had a sleeper hold in my...
Bro, that's still like, who the hell carries this thing on the bus ride to the fight? I get it to the airplane, understand, but to the bus ride to the fight?
I swear to God, when I was packing up for the fight, I have my UFC bag, and I had like put in like the gear, the corner stuff. I'm putting my stuff in the bag, the shoes I have to wear, and then my sleeper hold is there for my flight tomorrow morning, which is today. It's 4 o'clock. It's 4:30 right now. It's 4:30 right now, you guys. So my flight's, I have to leave at 6 a.m. to go back to California. So in my mind, I'm like, stack the sleeper hold. But in my mind, I'm like, I may probably sleep on the bus there or back myself. I'm like, I'm gonna strap in and go to sleep because this is a long drive and I'm gonna peace out in the back and not bother anybody. But then I see his head doing this on the way to the fight, and I'm thinking to myself, I only brought one sleeper hold. I deserve it, but he deserves it more. Because tonight's the night. And if he can rest right now on the hour there, 45 minutes there, this could make a difference. And I'm not saying, because the real difference maker was his coaches, Tiki, Paul, Chewy, Mike, Dr. Andy, the fitness, right? These guys clutch, everybody clutch. But at the 99-yard line, I'm like, dude, this guy is exhausted right now. Let's strap him in. So I strap him in the sleeper hold. World's best travel pillow, king of travel pillows. His head is fully supported. His neck is supported. And then after the fight, he didn't say this during the bus ride, no nothing. After the fight, we're at dinner right now. Tell him what you told me.
So when I put this thing on, one thing that Andy taught me a while back was like visualization is something very important that a lot of people don't do. So when I strapped down to try to like go to sleep, I was chilling. You told me to like, oh, I really put your weight into it. I was like, all right, I'm good. I started visualizing. And I was like, all right, first round. And I literally like envisioned a whole first round, a whole second round. By the way, my vision, like, first round was not the way it went in my mind.
So in your mind, you were winning.
I was winning.
In his dream first round, he was winning. He was dominating all of the rounds.
And then I hit the third round, and in the third round, I caught a rear naked choke.
AKA sleeper hold.
And then I was in my head, I was like, this 3 rounds, and I was thinking like, what am I gonna say in my speech, or what am I gonna like
visualize?
So I'm already winning, and in the third round and all that. And I forgot that even happened, because right when I did my speech, whatever, I was like, okay, I gotta get up. And I popped up, and we're already at the arena.
We turned left into the arena at that moment, and he pulls his thing up, and he's just giving his victory speech in his mind, in his dream speech, in his third round. And we pulled up. And then life went on, and we entered, and we walked out. And we had the best warm-up session right there. And then he got there, and in the back, you're warming up with, in the fight, he's warming up in the back. In the last round of warm-up with Sparks, they're drilling. He lands mounted. He catches the arm triangle as the last submission of his last warm-up round. And then he goes out there, and he has this crazy first round, a better second round, and a submission, not quite a sleeper hold, but an arm triangle that we warmed up. The last move he did in practice.
He technically had this, so it was like
It
part
looks
of my
like
vision. Part of my vision.
It's
It was like
arms,
a mix of the
same
vision,
arms.
like the arm triangle and
A sleeper hold and a rear naked choke blended
so,
together.
yeah.
Same rear naked choke grip, but he caught an arm triangle. But the point is, we practiced that move. That was the last move he did before he fought. And when he was dreaming in the sleeper hold travel pillow, he dreamt of winning by strangulation in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations. This is amazing, you guys. And Brian and I celebrate 20 years of friendship and jiu-jitsu life together. He came in at 13 years old. He just turned 33 on February 21st, and that was right now during fight week, and he was miserable that day because he was cutting weight. So this is his actual celebration, and happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Couldn't be prouder of you, man. Thanks for everything, and you guys got a great show. Yair, nothing but respect. A great champion, and class before the fight, class after the fight. And to all the friends and family back home, Gracie University, all the students supporting, we see you guys, we appreciate you guys all over the world.
Yeah.
And on to the next one.
Let's do it.
So we finished filming this Gracie breakdown in the hotel room at 4:30, and then I go to my room, pack my bags, jump on a 6 a.m. shuttle, 0 sleep, straight to the airport. Luckily, I sat next to Coach Paul.
Chakra
What does it do?
balances you when you feel off, you haven't slept. It's very good. It's calming. I sleep with it almost every night. I'd recommend it.
What's the other thing?
This is the red lights for injuries. Red lights.
I don't know anything about chakra spray or red lights, but I did bring my sleeper hold, and I'll tell you what, guys, this was the single most important deployment of the sleeper hold in my life. After attaching the strap to the headrest, I attached the super soft micro suede eye mask with the little metal hooks, flip it to the rear, then I insert this micro bead contoured neck pillow, pull down the mask, and you guys, bobblehead is impossible. After a few hours of deep sleep, I woke up to check on Coach Paul, and you guys will not believe what he did. He tied his blanket to the headrest and tried to create an impromptu sleeper hold. When that one didn't work, his next option was to put his leg up and then run the blanket over his entire head like this, and eventually he just had to recognize.
I don't have the sleeper hold, but I'm doing my best.
Eventually he just settled for watching a movie, and I went back to sleep for the rest of the flight, you guys. And I landed in Los Angeles fully rested. So I think it's fair to say that this Gracie breakdown was brought to you by the sleeper hold in more ways than one.